Hello. Making sure my recording is going. Sweet. So we're starting first map, which should be Lijiang. Again, full screen. Awesome. I'm gonna keep the sound relatively low here. I might play it a little bit. All right, let's
go on their team.
move along here.
Yep.
Keep moving. Here we are. All right. First, let's start with comps from both sides. I do like this idea of a comp here. It's a good thing to start out on. I think it was called the fuel special or whatever, but I think it's definitely a good start. These two characters pair really well together with the Lucio speed boost to get on top of everyone. I think you have a really good opportunity to make a play. This comp wants to make a play. And you have to. You have to. You can't sit back on your heels with this comp, because if you do, you're not going to get value. They're going to run past the point to where Mace Wall is effective. So you just have to press the issue. You have to get the separation with the wall, pick off your target, and then go to the next one. Their comp, which they ran most of the time, was just standard goats. Their diva wants to eat cooldowns, so their diva wants to eat like the Moira Orb and keep Reaper's health down, eat Fire Strikes, whatever. The rest of their team she keeps people alive, he keeps people alive and does damage, she keeps people alive, 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 alive. Everyone just keeps everyone alive, basically. And it's by this somehow all living that they do enough damage to kill you. But this comp actually has a lot of damage potential. I think you do have to run. I think you could also, like, if you're confident with your Ana, you could run it. But if your plan is to take the fight through here, which you probably should since you want to wall them somewhere off over here, yeah, Moira's probably fine. I would stay with this comp.
This afternoon.
At least for at first.
Yeah.
Big server. Left.
Alright, there's the fight.
Left.
I don't like this very much. Just because it takes longer to get here, and by the time you get here, you set yourself up for the thing that you want, and that's a choke point. You would absolutely love if the team came through server, because that's the easiest Mei wall ever. Like, Reinhardt steps through, Mei wall, he dies. But putting yourself in a really tight choke like this against goats is pretty dangerous. If you go this way, the reason I don't consider this as tight of a choke is because there's the escape route there. You know, your Moira can kind of duck back in there. You can kind of play around the wall. So it's not quite as tough. And if you're both running Lucio, you usually meet right about here, which is fine. Like, a Mei wall still cuts that entire thing off. So we'll continue.
Shield up, be aggressive, be aggressive. Go. Oh, I'm down.
And yeah, I mean, this is just what Ghost is gonna do. Ghost is gonna bully if you try to push out of a tight choke like this. They had the time to set up. They're in the perfect little death ball. And I think a Mei wall needs to be almost first to the engage. Like, Ryan shouldn't step forward until the Mei wall is up, because that's what this team wants to play off of.
Break low, break dead. Cold targets. We're 1 for 1. I'm dead.
Team fight.
Back out if you can.
And they're just gonna sustain, because they're all tanks.
God, let's go. Get out of there.
So yeah, I would if you're gonna play around that, you need to play with the Mei wall. That's your like, every time you go into a fight, you need to have an objective. Like, this is what needs to happen for this fight to be won. And when you're running Mei Reaper, your objective is split the team off, pick off a target that gets split off. Everyone focuses that target, it goes down, then next target. And assuming that you get to fight the rest of the fight as a 5v6, That gives you a really good advantage.
And goats again. For fuck's sake. This is good.
Do we want to go top and let them?
Okay, they're pushing.
They're pushing and they're pushing and.
This is just something you have to watch out on this map. It's very common to rush this choke point here, especially with a goats comp. Goats is just gonna slam themselves anywhere on the map that they can. Anytime their Lucio has speed boost, they're just gonna boom slam. They're going. That's all Goats does. They just push W, they go in, they smash. That's about it. So when you're playing against a Goats comp, especially if you're playing something that's similar, if this is a mirror technically, because it's a death ball, you're mirroring death ball comps. You need to make sure that you are the death ball, not overstepping your boundaries. I would just die if I was Mei. I would just cancel Ice Block. That's it's not
We need to change from. We need to change.
it's not worth the possibility of getting a pick.
Let's
Really go
change
on the
the.
left here.
Okay,
Jump.
let's give one more try to the fight. If
Try,
it
yeah,
works,
Try because you have.
I think that it's fine to try the Mei here again because again it's
God.
you have a lot of choke point potential. This is beautiful. This is gorgeous. You walled off. All right.
Push him now, push him.
Yeah, this is just beautiful. This is a great play.
Jump.
This is where Mei can be really strong.
Try to the fight.
If their Zarya was overextending for grabs all the time, and she overextended here and got the full of her team, and they got punished. 4 members of their team were split off on the other side of this wall. 2 on the other side. Gorgeous. They can't get to them. They both die. And now it's your turn to play a 6v4. All you have to do is you speed on the point, you clean up. Even in cleanup, make sure you're calling targets. I do hear the Brig target. Lucio got pinned.
Break, so break.
That's not Brig. I'm just saying, like, I really want to see. That is also not Brig. Brig, I believe, is over here somewhere.
So break.
Yeah. If you hear a call, I want everybody on this call there. Just look for them. It's gonna do leaps and bounds.
Okay, perfect. Mara.
Watch out. Okay.
Darana Shara.
Out of position, right?
Perfect.
I don't really think there's a problem with using the Reaper ult there. To be honest, Reaper's ult is just hard to get off. I don't think it was exceptionally necessary since it was just cleanup. I mean, there was 3 weak members of their team there. I think you would have been okay without having used it, but then again, what are you really saving it for? I don't know. Like, it comboing with grab, probably not amazingly, just because you have Brig stun, it still works. So, I don't know. I think I would have saved it though.
Nice.
Go in. Grab the point up first. Okay.
That was a great wall, by
Be
the way.
careful, don't overextend.
I got lost, sorry.
They have Shara.
I
They
have
have
a
Shara.
shadow.
Make sure we know where we're coming. I can wall them and then. Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
I'm honestly not even sure what happened there. Oh, there's Zarya was trying to walk back to her spawn. Nice pin.
Get them.
A little aggressive. One of the things that I was noticing about your guys' defense is that it's not very patient. Like, I know you want to be the first to pop an ult, but make sure that they are actually stepping forward. Like, if they're gonna sit back here in this choke and just take spam all day long, like, you shouldn't have to invest ults, because think of ults like this. Like, you are probably gonna win the team fight, and even if you hit it here, which is great, you know, you get the kills, they reset. The longer they sit in the choke, the more percentage you get. The longer you kind of like, the longer you play around with them, the longer you say, all right, you need to step forward into my ultimate advantage, the better it is for you. I mean, if they have to, like, their Zarya's probably not gonna get a grab here. She doesn't even have it if you're tracking it. They only have 2 ults, and their Reinhardt is not gonna get a good shatter pushing this choke point. Like, there's so much damage coming at him. There's no possible way, unless there's just I mean, unless you just drop your shield as Rhine or they get off a good Brig stun. I mean, even then though, Zarya bubble can still save the day. Like this Rhine is going to have a really, really hard time hitting his shatter. And that's really the only impactful ultimate that they have. So wait for them to really step through because you want to burn that. You want to burn that off a lot.
Big.
It's bad wall, it's bad wall. Get the Ryan, get the Ryan, get the Ryan.
And this is fine. You win the fight.
Okay, guys.
It's
they have
just
Tyler.
David.
how much percentage does that gain for you before the next team fight is.
Step by step.
So that stagger was pretty big.
Good job, guys.
Staggers
do
are
you know what
huge.
else they have? I think they
That's a respawn right now.
It's
You're gonna get
sound
40%
barrier,
easily.
and I've
Yeah,
got
okay. So
So
what they
that
have,
stagger
they
was
have
pretty
Diamond,
worth.
They have a Brigitte ult, they have a Coalescence, they have a grab coming up.
But now, here's the problem. Oh wait, I mean, here's the thing. I say all that, you still do have a major ult advantage. You have Graph, and you have Freeze. So, to be honest, it's fine. So, just wait to use this until they actually step forward.
They used
Charge.
grab? No, oh no, I
They,
left it
they
earlier.
used. Oh yeah, they use a grab, but she might have it.
I now if you even get these, if you get those picks,
I told you.
Sorry,
because-
watch it. Yeah. Even I like the target focus, but remember the 1v1. To be honest, Ryan a lot of the times isn't going to be focusing the target. He's going to be focusing keeping his team from feeding. He's gonna, or in this case, just getting 6-man shattered. Always be wary of when the Rhine and the other Rhine has ultimate. He is a danger. He is a huge threat. He is a big enough threat that you should just focus on him here instead of that Zarya. Just the Rhine though. You can single-handedly you can out-skill that Reinhardt. He's on his own. I wouldn't charge into him because you'll get shattered, but shield playing with him, trying to bait out his shatter, is definitely more important than killing that Zarya. The rest of your team should have the Zarya.
Zarya down. I'm down. Go back.
And here, they hit a really good beat.
Back up, back
No,
up, back up, back up.
big. No, go ahead.
Get the brick. Brick.
I would like to see a little more focus. Well, there's 2 down right now.
Down. Go back.
Back up, back
No,
up, back up.
I'm honestly not sure if you could have done much. They have massive health bars right here.
Big.
I would focus on the Lucio though. He's going to be the weakest of them if you even can get anything. You're down 1 in the exchange so far, and your only real damage is Mei, so I don't know. If anything, I would focus on Lucio. It's kind of a desperate fight right here. Alright.
No, go ahead.
Get the brick.
Back out slowly.
At this
slowly,
point,
slowly,
just
back out,
stall.
back out. We don't have a main tag. We don't have a main
Look
tag.
for picks and stall. But
Ryan's low.
this
Ryan's
fight's
Run low.
oh nice. Picking off the Rhine there is pretty big.
Let's go. Go aggressive. Go super aggressive.
It's a good grab.
Go super aggressive.
Good coalescence.
Chase Diva down. If you can. Okay, fuck that. Nope.
2 ults to win that team fight that you should have lost. It's really good.
I have a shadow.
Now you have Shatter and Reaper ult, which is a really good combo.
Okay. Bait the shatter.
Diva.
Be
They
careful,
have
like,
shadow.
going
They have shadow.
Diva is on the right.
That wall was late, or I wouldn't have used my wall there. I'd have tried to split the team up. I'm sure you were. I'm not sure why it went there, but
Oh,
double slam. Both sides go down. I don't really know what to say about that. I mean, it looks like only 1 went down. It was just the Brig over here. I'm just gonna have to let this play.
Can you get a repulse from there? The tanks are not there. Go repulse.
That's unfortunate. Yeah, that's just rough. I don't know. That's just a play. You both were playing the game, and that happened. I would look to be fading to be in front of the Reinhardt so that you can look for a block on his shatter instead of just going for the trade shatter. But I mean, it was still a nice counterplay since you got stuck on this side and you did something to give your team a chance. And sadly, the Reaper ultimate wasn't enough. Brig was ulting. At this point, don't invest anything else.
Go die to that. Go die to bomb.
I should be down, yeah.
Come heal that much first.
Yeah, and you can just die, because it's 99.
Back up.
Back up.
Okay.
No need to feed more ultimates.
Ooh, I don't know.
I'm 13 to barrier again.
If you're not feeling too good about the Reaper, maybe Junkrat, but start now. Okay, watch out for. They probably have like.
It's just a wipe. All you can do here, your drive ults, they have grav.
Okay, watch out for.
Push aggressively into this since you really need the next fight and you know they have grav.
Oh my
like,
god.
if you're tracking and you know they have grav, you just gotta try to go.
Okay, I'm switching to Diana.
Just die.
It's okay, I have time.
Everyone should be pushing forward into that. It's weird to say. That's where you just all, if you just all die there, you might be fine.
Done, user one done.
Um,
I will help
you
out.
didn't quite need to go that fast. You had a little bit more time. I know that you're rushed, but you had just a little more time to maybe let your team catch up a bit, but
Huge.
Run, come, run.
that's a big freeze. They beat the freeze again. Focus probably the Lucio here. Squishy's target of all of them.
He's frozen, he's
Run,
frozen.
auntie.
Cause I bet you
Huge!
Huge.
Ah, shit.
Targets.
what happens here? Oh, do they pop Brig ult in the grav?
Ah,
Yep, they pop Brig ult in the grav. That's just so much healing. Jeez. You get the Lucio.
Huge.
And they get Moira ult. Triple support ults in this fight. That's just rough. I mean, it's a slight ult economy disadvantage.